Go dum, go dum, go dum. Go dum, go dum, go dum, go dum. How's it going, my homies? Brony76 reporting for duty. We are now headed into the summer season, and I couldn't pray harder for it not to be as crappy as spring was. Ontario, Canada has seen some hopeful news so far, but that ain't what I'm here to review. I'm here to review what May had to offer on the top 20 of the Billboard Hot 100. So how about we just get into it, shall we?
Do friends not pick their friends to enter a video game competition with them when they know that they would want to be in it?
God. Okay then. Let me tell you a little story about why I hate this BS so goddamn much. It all started when Yummy was released. Well, a few weeks after it was released. Fellow Canuck Justin Bieber had just debuted at number 2 on the charts. Impressive, right? Not for the Biebs. The superstar felt entitled to more than number 2. Unsatisfied, he resorted to some of the most try-hard, bitch-made strategies I've seen in marketing. Justin really thought we was gonna just get a foreign VPN, buy it multiple times, and listen to it in our damn sleep? Where the hell was I again? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about Yummy Clone number 2. Stupid lyrics, dated, and useless Quavo feature. Jarring synths, and screw you, Dad, for never switching up your playlist from Bieber. Oh yeah, and the album didn't make up for most of my grievances.
Like, not even the so bad it's hilarious to watch bad, just fucking bad.
This segment's gonna get cut short just like our 2020 plans. You know the problems here. Many others YouTubers have laid them out at this point. Basic ass piano instrumental, eyebrow raising lyrics, the most abrasive singing the mainstream has ever heard. All of that. At this point, I'm just numb to this song. Why it's still sticking around high on the charts is the only thing that bothers me at this point. Like, really, y'all?
Man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips, you're ruining it.
Now let us discuss the first contestants in the feminine battle for chart dominance. From the red corner, Team Doja and Nicki have hit us up with a remix of Say So that was hella inevitable, with how much Doja seemed to take inspiration from the self-proclaimed queen of rap. And so far it is paying dividends, since tricking your fans with lewd promises. Doja Cat has been blowing up in most ways most females wish they could achieve. Adding Nicki to her biggest hit yet only bolstered her star power even higher. But that kind of success isn't an automatic yes from me. A big ass elephant in the room still lies. And I do mean big ass. Nicki yet again ruins what was an amazing song to begin with by completely derailing the entire premise of the song. With off-topic BS like mentioning quarantine when we need to hear it the least, and turning someone hetero, especially when this video comes out on Pride Month. Why? Why must you do this all the time? First it was Uzi, ASAP Ferg, Playboy Cardi, and now Say So? But what am I saying? The rest of the song still exists. A shame that the great first verse is gone. Not to mention it was produced by Dr. Puke, no doubt a minus. Also, turning Nicki's part into a trap beat didn't help either, so... My, it seems another elephant has entered the room. Doja Cat, good luck living with him.
Oh no, I hope.
No. Disclaimer, I am no country fan, so if I'm misinformed about the quality of these songs compared to other country music today, let me know. Anyway, Gabby Barrett is not an artist I'd heard of until she got big just now. Seeing the title of the song, I Hope, it made me slightly curious as to why it was blowing up. I mean, based on our current times, I had somewhat of a clue. But when I actually checked the track out, I huffed. I was not impressed by the subject matter of this song whatsoever. I mean, the actual song and instrumentals are serviceable for country music, but the breakup lyrics here just give me bad before he cheats vibes. And you know I can't vibe with anything related to that song. If I want some ugly breakup songs, I'm turning to Juice WRLD and Trippie Redd for that, yo. Luckily, my grievances end there for now. From the rest of the small discography, Gabby has some real potential to continue to break out. She just needs to keep up with the same energy of River Deep, and she'll be good. I enjoyed that song quite a bit. Not this breakup song here.
Yeah, I.
Ah, yes, the star that got her big buzz off a dime a dozen Zed song. But that is way besides the point here. Maren Morris has come through with her first solo hit yet, The Bones. From the opinions I've heard from best pop review duo Sean Faye Wolf and CKBO T1, the song looked to be the anthem to get through the tough times. It sounded kind of appealing. But from what I've heard from the song itself, it's just The instrumental choice, mixing, and sonic tone of the song are too generic for my liking. But luckily the lyrics come in to save the song from being bad to me. What Maren is saying is something we all need to hear right now. This really is a strong anthem for our current times. As long as the bones are good, we will pull through and see the end of this. Although, bones and houses mixed together makes for some unnerving imagery. If it weren't for the generic sound of the song, this would definitely be higher ranked.
Slide, motherfucker! Slide!
I'm so torn on this song. On one hand, I hate the lame-ass dance energy coming from this aspect of the song. I also hate how barren this sounds for a dance song. Plus, Drake's homies really think this is gonna last 30 years?
This is a song that could be going on for this is one of them ones you could hear 30 years from now and still get the groove in.
Hell outta here. But on the other hand, I still can't help but bop to this song. It's still one of Drake's best qualities as an artist. He's just always had a knack for earworm hits. And it remains for 2C Slide. And even with the barren beat, the sampled synths and trap beats still do it for me. Drake really has the voice for hits. He just needs to stop putting it over barren beats and I'll be on my good side a lot more. But 30 years of 2C sliding? Don't even think about it, boys. We return to yet another country song with Chasing You by Morgan Wallen, another rising country star who seems to be cruising to a pretty good year so far, with hits like Whiskey Glasses and Heartless with Diplo succeeding. So how does he fare here with his other high-charting song, Chasing You? Pretty decently, actually. It's a pleasant song to listen to with the mellow guitar instrumental, despite the countryisms that take place still. Most notably, the alcohol simile in the hook used to describe his love struggles, chasing a girl like Chaser to alcohol. If he keeps this up, he could be the Juice WRLD of country music for all I know. I mean, it's definitely working for him. Won't argue there.
Let's sing our own song about the joy of staying indoors.
Just what we needed. A quarantine anthem for spring 2020. Courtesy of pop princess Ariana Grande and the Nightmare in the form of Justin Bieber. The result isn't as anger-inducing as I expected it to be, but it still lingers. Most notably, the fact that this is a quarantine anthem for couples. It turns my blood into piss and vinegar every time I think about it, not helped by the music video. I cannot relate. Stop reminding me of what I can't have during this time. But let me give this song a benefit of the doubt. Ariana does typical Ari things, slaying like a queen with her voice. And Justin isn't totally insufferable like he's been all 2020. He does what he needs to do for a quarantine love song, except for matching Ari's range. I mean, he definitely tries, but he needs to go into the falsetto to do that most of the time. As for his instrumental, it's a mixed bag. It services what the song needs to be, but it does give me those triggering thoughts I described earlier. Aside from getting triggered by lucky-ass couples, it's an okay song. But Level of Concern by 21 Pilots is totally the better quarantine song. And we have arrived to the second TikTok famous song on this list. The Out of Nowhere house duo Imanbek have come through with a remix of another smash hit from quick rising rap artist St. John. I have not yet listened to the original, so take this with a few grains of salt. As for the remix, I totally see the appeal of a song like this. I mean, TikTok blew this up for a reason and will continue to do so the appeal is clear. But I'm not quite that audience. Don't get me wrong, the production from Imanbek here works pretty well for what it is. The synths and drums used here make for an infectious combo for a house song. And the mixing is also well done for the remix. I really like how mixed in the verses are here. It's just, St. John doesn't really grab me as much as production does. He just wasn't really as notable as I thought I'd heard in snippets. Whatever he did on the original just doesn't mesh with the house beat as well, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah! You get it.
At last, some music to gush about! And we have to start with Blueberry Faygo here. Despite starting off the good great tier, this is still a great rap song, and one that we need to keep high on the charts. But let's talk about the actual song. It's the type of song Mosey does really well, and probably the best way Mosey can use his generic-ass style. No doubt the best part of this song is the happy beat and the catchy-ass hook. You get more than just an earworm listening to the both. You get a damn ear parasite. A grossly catchy hook over a grossly catchy beat. Although, the small verses do suffer because the hook is the spotlight and the song was leaked in advance, so they had to salvage that. Doesn't matter. I've taken what I've gotten at this point. Thank you, Mosey.
Meg the Stallion.
Can I talk to you for a minute?
Oh, man. Is, Anybody else a little parched while making this video?
And in the blue corner, Team Houston steps into the ring as the underdogs for female dominance on the charts. If anything, I'm placing all my bets for Meg Thee Stallion and Queen Bee, hands down. Doja Cat could be cancelled for real if she isn't careful, and Meg and Beyonce are seeming to be immortal in the future. Any bias aside, everything about this remix hits right in just about every aspect. Sticky hook? Check. Sticky beat? Check. Social media appeal? Check. Sexiness? Check. Attitude? Check. Goodwill? We got that too. A song for charity that happens to be great is a hella plus. Might I add, Beyonce referenced freaking OnlyFans. I'm pushing for the underdog ladies to win in this match. No false and loop promises, no questionable pasts, no shitty features, all the attitude going towards a much needed cause.
You're mad, I'm back. They're mad, he's mad, she's mad, big sad. Don't care, they mad.
Go ahead and dispose of me for this placing, but you just can't make this guy lose. You just can't. He's the hardest cockroach in the streets, whether he actually shoots or not. The Batman analogy I'm Dante used for this fits all too well. Just like a cat in a box. But of course, I digress. The actual comeback song itself has some wonderful moments. The song starts off with your typical rainbow snitch bars, but they are still very memeable. Although we just mentioned coronavirus, but that's an exception. From him questioning your dumbedness multiple times, calling out your anger, laughing at your face as he turns into a frickin' rat emoji for the video, it's just frickin' great. If this ain't the greatest comeback since Jordan in '95, then y'all are tripping for sure. This song has since lost some of the same luster it had when it first released, but that's just what happens with a great Post Malone lead single. For real, when I first listened to this song on release day, it was everything I've been yearning for in a Post Malone song. From the Tame Impala production, the heartbreaking lyrics, and Posty putting forth some heartfelt vocals. As the weeks went on, I wanted this to be a hit, and I said that this would be the best thing the radio would ever play. Boy, did all of those statements come true. The success of this song is amazing to witness, despite it growing off me only because of overplay. But that hasn't stopped my love for this song one bit. Even revisiting for this video, it still hits the target on my heart dead on after all these months of overplay. And here we have another pick I know y'all are gonna question hard. Do so. This has to be one of my proudest guilty pleasures right now. Hear me out, homies. I know that it's basically two songs in one, and both of them are basic for the respective artists. But yet again, Drake makes what should be the lamest shit he's ever said sound so good. Like I should be totally unimpressed with him bragging about Virgil Abloh hooking him up with some Patek, and him talking about clout. I can't lie, the samples on Drake's part of the beat, such as the violins and guitar samples, also elevate my liking for Drake's part of the song. And how about we head to Future's part now? The beat here doesn't have as many good elements as the last, but it doesn't really need to for my enjoyment. Future just comes in with a verse that, again, should have me unimpressed, but his typical shtick just hits right. I think it has to do with his flow, and the fact that the song is called Life is Good. I just tap into that mindset, and it carries through Future's inferior verse. Compared to Drake at least, this has to be my most inexplicable guilty pleasure now that I analyze it closer, but that's what most guilty pleasures are. Although I can proudly say that the remix with the baby and Lil Baby effing sucks lollipops.
Into a bowl of SpaghettiOs pasta. Your mouth will really run.
In my room, I beat my cup. Nutted in my sock. Keeping that door locked. Bitch, you better not.
So, Blame It on Baby is the only album I still gotta check out, so take what I say here with grains of salt as well. That aside, I still freaking dig this song like Dig Dug. Let's just get into why, alright? Starting with Baby himself. Now, this is one of the songs where I know he switches it up, aside from Find My Way. Hearing it here works very well. The Baby doesn't sound like he's trying too hard to sing out of his human possibilities. He does just what he needs to for singing a hook, and it sticks just like gum under a cafeteria table. And we can't forget about the absolute demigod himself, Roddy Ricch. He can kill anything he's on, in a good way of course. Roddy can grace any song he's on with his fun melodies, differing flows, and an overall great sounding voice for pop rap. If you want more great examples of Roddy Ricch features, Pete Ballin with Mustard, Walk 'Em Down with NLE Choppa, and Letter to Nipsey with Meek Mill. So, the artists do a pretty good job at pop rap here. But what about the beat? It's pretty good. Not as much to say about it as the artists, except for that sick guitar that plays out the song, man. Other than that, it's your typical hard-hitting pop rap beat. Next thing for me now is to see how the rest of Blame It on Baby fares. Just recently on June 1st did I check out the entirety of Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. Greatest decision I've made thus far. Man, does the album go off from beginning to end. Guess the only reason I hadn't checked that out earlier is because frankly my personal favorite singles weren't being pushed as much. But how about we check out the very first single that happens to be the high charting song, shall we? Let's be honest here. If you didn't get any kind of heebie-jeebies first hearing this song on release, you capping hard. Just like Circles, this still reigns as one of the most quality songs to be overplayed at the moment, and it gets overplayed for a very good reason. Let's start with the beat. This throwback production is always welcome in our pop charts. Granted, it's not on the level of accuracy as The Weeknd's latest songs or Bruno Mars's past few hits, but nonetheless, we'll take it to get through a tough 2020. Where the song really starts to shine, though, are through the lyrics. What we hear is basically an aftermath of New Rules, and you know I'm finna eat that up. Nothing more I want to hear than Dua Lipa talking about how she did a full 180 and recovered from a bad relationship. Even when it starts to pale in comparison to the rest of Future Nostalgia, it is still very deserving of the success it has enjoyed for months, and will continue to enjoy throughout the year. Oh, did I mention The Weeknd earlier? Staying on the topic of throwback songs, The Weeknd reinvents himself and puts out some of the best songs I've ever heard this year. Blinding Lights is no damn exception to that. Listening to the song is a satisfying and grand experience you won't get from any other song on the charts. Just crank this song in your car when driving through light traffic at night, and your life will change just like that. As a matter of fact, the whole After Hours album was the most transcendent experience I've had listening to an album. Never have I been so hooked and immersed through Abel's dramatic journey of girls and drugs. An absolute incredible year for him so far, winning all of my heart. You're making me proud to be Canadian, man, and proud to dance like nobody's there. The only member of 1D that's thrived as far as I'm concerned. Everyone else has gone down paths I could care less about, Liam Payne's being the saddest to be honest. But that's a story for a whole nother day. Mr. Styles here has come through with what I think is going to be one of my main love songs. For when I have someone to love, that is. But let's get into the song, shall we? We continue with the throwback inspirations with an instrumental that dates back to classic groovy rock of the late 70s and early 80s. From the classic bass line to the beautiful guitar solo of the song, you'll be grooving your way back to a time when music was a little more organic. Harry himself, on the other hand, provides some cute lyrics related to love that are weird at first, but my soft heart came around to them easily and I found it really endearing. This is yet another song that's helped me through quarantine, and a song that could possibly be one of my theme songs once I'm in love. It'll happen soon, Six. Just wait until quarantine is over and you'll be golden. Yes! Yes! My boys have come to take over once again! Travis and Cuddy have delivered in light of an honestly epic concert held in Fortnite. Man, has this stayed an amazing song to listen to since release. Now, I know this is far from Travis and Cuddy's best material, but it is continents away from bad territory. Why? Let's start with the beat. Despite the fact that the beat has no melody until the oh-so-dreamy outro, the moments in the intro and the last legs of the verses are a joy to listen to, thanks to some great samples of dreamy, washed-out synths. Dreamy is probably the word I'd use to describe why I love this song so much. The accompaniment of some strong bass also helps. As for the verses themselves, the lyrics don't stand out really, but that don't matter when both Cuddy and Travis sound so good. I just love how the voice delivery and the way their vocals are mixed add to the dreamy vibe. My god! I think I love this song more than I should. I just admire Travis Scott's work that much. He is forever immortal. Just face facts, y'all.
He's snapping. I can't say nothing. This dude is snapping right now. No lie.
So this is another song that should be growing off of me due to overexposure, but it hasn't. It's still as grand, as unique, and as fun as it was the first time it came out. The hook still gets me into turnt mode. The flows are still dynamic and a blast to listen to. The beat still hits right. The music video is effing epic. And did I mention Roddy Ricch was a demigod? Before his last album, his ish sounded too weak and generic for me. But a demigod always evolves, and Roddy has certainly done so. If you have the time, check out Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. That and Future Nostalgia should be the first two you check out this year. And that does it for the month of May. Overall, it was a decent to great month for mainstream music. Not as much BS has been lingering on the charts, and the good stuff has had more staying power. We just need to keep bigging up those bangers, and my job here will be more fun than it already is. In particular, y'all need to get my boy Polo G up to top 20. He really deserves it. Also, keep on listening to Dua Lipa pretty please. Begging aside, that's gonna wrap up this Hot 100 Top 20 breakdown. Comment down below on what ideas you'd like to see next, and discuss your own opinions down there as well. Brony76, signing off.